filly. But that was the Oaks on Friday. On Saturday, it was Derby Day, and here Entrepreneur was confidently expected to put his rivals in their place as he had done in the Guineas. The question was, though, which form was more solid, the Guineas or the Derby trials? Now, in normal circumstances, Benny the Dip would have been ridden by Frankie Dettori for John Gosden, but when Dettori was claimed by Godolphin, Gosden had to find a replacement jockey. The senior jockeys such as John Reid, Pat Edry and others were already spoken for. So when Henry Cecil's second jockey, Willie Ryan, got the call, he didn't need a second invitation. And the rest, as they say, is history.
Under starters' orders, they're off.
And away they go in the Vodafone Derby, and Entrepreneur was the first to begin. Soon headed, though, by Crystal Hearted, who's anxious to lead, and Faris is up there as well from Benny the Dip. Driving through along the inside is Bold Taman to get an early position from Simmons in. Just behind them early is Faris, followed next in the field by Single Empire. 1 length to Entrepreneur, followed by Cloudings the outside, then Silver Patriarch. Muselsel is positioned on the inside, 1.5 lengths to Romanoff, who's back towards the rear of the field with the Fly. And 1/2 length last of all is the rank outsider Papua, climbing uphill towards the 9, and Crystal Hearted takes it up clearly by 2 lengths to Benny the Dip. 1/2 length away then Bold Demand the inside, 1.5 lengths then to Faris the outer, followed then on the inside by Single Empire and Simmons in. Further back in the field then is Cloudings. They're followed next by Muselsel. Well back in the field is Entrepreneur as they sort themselves out. They're followed then by the Fly, who's back in the ruck as well, in company there with Romanoff as they continue their climb uphill on the far side of the course. Crystal Hearted shows the way by 1.5 lengths to Benny the Dip. 1.5 lengths further back then is Bold Demand as they pass the 7. A little bit wider out then is Faris, who's very handy. 1/2 length then to Single Empire. 1.5 to Cloudings, going fast around the outside now, followed next by Simmons in the inner. Further back is Muselsel at this stage as they pass the 6. Entrepreneur is on the inside of runners now, about to start a forward move. Back in the ruck then is the Fly, followed by Romanoff, and 2 lengths last of all is Silver Patriarch as they start to run downhill past the 5 in the Derby. It's Crystal Hearted who shows the way. 1/2 length Benny the Dip. 1 length away then on the outside is Faris. Further back in the field then is trying to get into it is Single Empire. Bold Demand on the inside. Entrepreneur is well back at this stage, about 6 or 7 lengths off the pace as they round Tattenham Corner and set out for home. It's Benny the Dip on the far side. 2 lengths down to Crystal Hearted. On the outside Faris, followed by Bold Demand, then Simmons in. Further back in the field then is Entrepreneur, taken to the outside now in company with Single Empire and Romanoff. But Benny the Dip has slipped away as they go to the 2. Opens up a gap now of about 6 lengths over Faris. Battling on then is Silver Patriarch. Entrepreneur under the whip, followed by Romanoff. A furlong left to go in the Derby. It's Benny the Dip by 4 legs. Silver Patriarch is mowing him down, followed then by Romanoff. Entrepreneur can't win. Benny the Dip 100 yards out. Silver Patriarch coming home like a train. It's Silver Patriarch on the near side. Benny the Dip the far side. A bombing finish. Benny the Dip and Silver Patriarch.
Yep, you couldn't split them, could you? It took the judge a long time as well, but it showed that Benny the Dip had hung on and provided jockey Willie Ryan with a first ever Derby success at Epsom. He led most of the way.